Hello, and welcome to Coin Bros Gaming Podcast Episode 2, looking back to 2025. So as I stated in my 2026 roadmap video, I would be, listing the significant and difficult year I had back in 2025. So today I'm going to kind of lay that out and just kind of show why it was significant and why it was a little difficult for me, and just little things here and there that I could just point out that just kind of give you guys some context to kind of where I'm at. So I started the channel back up in 2024, but I didn't really make any consistent videos until around 2025, probably around July of that year. And ever since doing those videos back in July, I've been trying to get a video up every week, trying to just have a constant flow of media for you guys. And I've learned a lot along the way. I've learned things that you should do. I've learned things that you shouldn't do. I have a whole lot of ignorance on my part. I'm still trying to figure out everything. But for the most part, I think it's been very, very good for me. It's the stuff in my personal life, I think, that really has a big effect on how I release videos, whether they're on time or whether they're not. And I've noticed I've had to pay more attention to my mental sanity, my mental health, and try to figure out what I could do to myself to help me live life, to help me go through these stages of my life. Like, to add some context, I grew up homeschooled, and as you all know, with the older videos, I'm pretty sure we were kind of clear about that. Grew up homeschooled and with smaller, tight-knitted communities, which not all was bad. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being homeschooled. There's nothing wrong with having a small community around you. Nothing inherently wrong with that. But for me, personally, I've noticed I've had some negative effects because of that. And also because a lot of the communities that I was around were unhealthy or overall together just not profitable long term, especially for a young man who has a lot of questions, a young man who wants to figure out a lot of things in life. And losing my father at such a younger age, she was around 13 at the time, and so it was hard, having to figure out how to do life, and taking care of your siblings, and just figuring out how to live life, and your mom kind of being your guide there. It kind of got difficult at times. And there's a lot of the groups of people that I was around, I would ask for help with certain things and then they wouldn't give me help. Or I would have questions about certain things and sometimes I'll get the answer, but most of the time I wouldn't. It's not all doom and gloom, but I just grew up very not knowing that I was growing up this way. Grew up very isolated and had a small group of friends. It was one of the reasons why I'm so grateful for Blur, because he's been a big piece to my life and helping me move forward and continuing to just have a better outlook for life, or just have a friend there to talk to. It's been a journey. It's definitely been something where that actually does flow into the Coin Bros Gaming. That's why I'm talking about it, so you guys can actually be able to see where I'm coming from, kind of how I do certain things and why I do certain things. And maybe along the way, as I talk with these things, you guys can hopefully get either encouraged by what I'm saying or know there's somebody else going through certain things. The reason why I'm mentioning all that is because going to the gaming channel, it's kind of been an outlet for some of that, for some interaction. It's been an outlet for some craftsmanship, because I feel like I'm not super talented with too many things. I feel like I have a couple things that I'm very decent at, but they're very few. So I'm trying to hone in some skills, and hopefully this channel helps me hone in some editing skills, hone in some audio skills, even cinematography skills. I hope that it actually ends up being one of those things. I have a life outside of the channel. I got work, and so starting to balance work and family life and the gaming channel can become a difficult thing. I think every creator probably has an issue or a active figuring out what they can do, what's their limits. I know my siblings and I watch a lot of Corey Kenshin, and Corey will have these promises and still mess up on the promises, and he just makes fun of it and he tries to play it off and everything, but he has a very good work-life balance, but part of it is the fact that his channel basically pays for a lot of his life, all of it even. So I don't have that luxury. Really good for those type of YouTubers. Eventually, it would be cool to have a self-sustaining YouTube channel. But, I don't know how it's going to end up in the future. And so trying to balance it all is very difficult. I want to make sure that I put my family first, and then you guys will be somewhere in there after work. So you guys are competing between my family life and work life. But I think that's how it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be kind of in that order: family, and then you got your work priorities, and you got life after that. But and sometimes it shifts around and bounces around and all that. Looking back at 2025, I think I learned a lot, which is basically don't burn myself out. Stick to just some simple schedule, nothing crazy. And this year, hopefully get some more higher quality content. That's another thing I just want to point out real quick before signing off is I don't just want to make content for content's sake. I think that is a folly that a lot of creators can get into, mainly because I've gotten into it. And so I've seen it with certain things. I've also seen a lot of creators go the opposite. It just depends on the group of people, and every individual is different. And I think I've tended to fall into more creating content for content's sake. So if there's the content for content's sake, I got the once a week video, I try to make that one as entertaining and as fun as possible. So we'll see how it's going to end up. But I'm kind of going through that checklist, like I mentioned on the 2026 roadmap video. And as I get through that checklist, I will slowly be transitioning into things I really, really want to do, more high quality footage, more high quality editing. I want to try to hone in on those things. And I may reduce the once a week thing to something that's a little bit more flexible for me, so that I can actually get bigger videos out. But at the moment, everything I said in 2026 roadmap video is going to be how it is from here on out. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that hopefully get more quality over quantity, and hopefully not just put content for content's sake, and actually get some good videos out there for you guys. So thank you for tuning in and listening. Hopefully we'll have an anniversary video tomorrow. Nothing crazy, probably like less than 5 minutes long. But, an anniversary video tomorrow. So I don't know when it's going to get published, but hopefully sometime that day. All right, I'm signing off. See you guys next time.
I don't even know what was going on. Oh, dude. All right.